I know we don't need to call a roll call because is Ingrid on yet? I can't see her. Ingrid, are you there? Okay, well, she said she was gonna be, but we'll see. We definitely have a quorum. Okay, do we have proof of notification?
So,
What?
we did do it.
Okay, did we do paper this time or just?
Oh, I just did it online.
Just the online. I never trust the online anymore. Okay, we have a 10-point agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? Okay, Chad moves and Mark seconds it. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
She's taking, Ingrid says, I'm sorry, it's taking me a little to get in. Okay. Okay, we had the minutes from our November 13th meeting. Did everybody review those? And motion to approve? Mark Cui moves. Do I have a second? Bob Frank seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Adam, you probably have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, so we'll start with the educator report. Sheena's on today.
Yeah.
Educator report.
Okay. Hi, Sheena.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Good.
Good. Trying to make it so I can see you guys better, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't have much for a report today. Adam, you want me to just talk about the food wise educator?
We can do that, yeah.
Or should I did not prepare an educator report for today. I can say that I have not been doing as much in Richland County in terms of direct ed or anything like that. So.
You want to talk just a little bit about what the plans are with the new educator, not the process, but like the programming direction that you see for Richland County in the next year?
All right, the interviews are tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have big plans. Always have big plans. So I will say we have a few things sort of in the pipeline that we have been talking about. I know typically, right, the Richland educator does nutrition education in
I'm too old.
sorry.
Here.
I am.
Just a baby. We're waiting on you to keep going.
Okay, sorry,
No, that's fine. They were talking. We can keep going.
okay, it's hard because I can't see like just you guys. I see like 4 screens.
No, that's fine. There was too much noise here. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good.
Gotcha. Okay. So anyway, the Richland educator typically does nutrition education in 2nd through 4th graders in Richland County. We work with Weston School District and then Kickapoo School District, which crosses over Richland and Vernon County county lines. And then there's just a whole bunch, like as you all know, we do nutrition education. We work directly with farmers markets. I will say I am in the process of, and this just came to mind because we always have lots going on. I just don't always have it on the forefront. But Food Wise is going to be part of a statewide effort to apply for a GUSNIP grant. If you've not heard of that, it's a grant, a nutrition incentive grant for healthy retail. And basically, so if Richland Farmers Market would be eligible to participate as, they aren't calling it a pilot, but they're calling it a, they aren't using the word pilot, but more of like a small scale sort of trial as part of this grant. It's a federal grant that would take whatever value that a market is putting towards a double bucks program. So double bucks would be like if I go to the farmer's market and I spend $10 with my SNAP card at the farmer's market, I can get $10 more to spend on fruits and vegetables for free. So that's kind of what the Double Up program is. And it's specific to fruits and vegetables. And that extra $10 sort of match could be funded through this grant. Anyway, so I have been working with the state on the application process for the GusNIP grant. I haven't been able to talk with Ricky yet. I know she goes on vacation, and so I haven't been able to connect with her. But anyway, that is on the horizon, I guess. That is one thing that I've been working on directly that affects Richland. Anyway, the new educator would be working alongside the Richland area farmers market to, again, just try to help amplify using SNAP at the market, doing, offering tours at the farmers market for folks who are eligible. And so and then another big project that we see the bilingual position doing is bringing Spanish speaking, Latinx, Hispanic folks from the 3-county area together as sort of maybe like you might consider a coalition of folks who can advocate for themselves and sort of lift up their voice and so that we as institutions can understand how better to serve them. So any questions about that?
So the Double Up grant, is there any certain criteria that Richland County will be challenged on with that, or is it pretty generic?
So the way a GusNIP grant traditionally works is that like let's say a farmer's market applied for it individually as a farmer's market, you would have to match 50%. And that includes like any volunteer staff time that you have in running that program. So like, because Ricky is volunteer, that in and of itself is a value for a match. In terms of time, every time she runs those EBTs, you know, all of that time that she puts into that. The other thing is that they have gotten a grant funding for that through the American Heart Association that they've been using for their current, they do an incentive program right now, but they just don't run it necessarily on a regular schedule. But she will do a Double Bucks program, and she funds that through the American Heart Association grant that they got a year and a half ago or whatever it was, 2 years ago almost. So so there is a match for that, but for this, because they're applying statewide, I don't know that this has ever actually been done. But because they're applying statewide, the state might be offering it differently to different markets. So they might not require a full 50% match.
All right, thank you.
Any other question?
I will add one more thing.
Yeah.
That, and I'm not saying this, I have to be careful because this is legislation that will be coming. I'm just more in the informing part of it, but there is an understanding that they are drafting a bill, or they just drafted a bill to actually provide that 50% match with state funds towards something like this. So FoodWise will be, no matter what, applying for a GusNIP grant, but there is a statewide effort, bipartisan, that has been drafted. I know that it went out to be signed, I guess. So I guess that would be something that could be looming. as an opportunity statewide.
I just want to add one thing, I think, there is a winter farmer's market every Wednesday at the community center from 12 to 4, and they have, you know, all the squashes, potatoes, lettuce, things like that, so if you're letting people know that.
You know what? I really, honestly, I haven't. So that is really good. It would probably be great. Do you know who runs that?
I don't know her last name, it's mostly, her name is Emma, and she's from Fenimore. She has a huge garden. I know she does the Boscobel Farmers Market, but there's more than one person there. I get bread there too.
Because,
You can
you
just
know,
call the community center, I'm sure they tell you who runs it.
yeah, if, because they could join, we have a farmer's market manager, you know, meeting, where we invite people and that could be something that they could join if they wanted to kind of get looped into the general conversation too.
Okay, any other questions for Sheena? Okay, Adam, should we move on to the B?
Sure,
Okay.
so Sheena, while you're here, you want to talk about the food-wise educator position?
Yeah, so we had really great preliminary interviews last week. We had interviewed, decided to bring 3 forward for in-person interviews, and it is scheduled currently actually still for tomorrow, but because of the looming weather, we're worried about that. So we are looking to reschedule that for the 18th. And we're really excited about the candidates. That's all. I mean, I don't know. I feel super blessed for the folks that are interviewing. So we are looking for a committee member still to join. Right now it's looking like if everybody takes the interviews just at a, you know, for the same time, different day, it would be, let's see here, 10:30, 11:45, and 3 o'clock.
On what day?
Tomorrow
On
or
the 18th. Well, right
No.
now they're scheduled for tomorrow, and HR is, the way this works is HR has to call and reschedule. And so I have an email out to them to reschedule for the 18th. And the goal is for that everybody would be rescheduled for the same times, but I'm waiting to hear from HR.
so you're officially rescheduled.
Yes, we are officially rescheduling.
Okay, so it's the 18th then, Bob.
The
Yeah, and
18th is
I-
right.
yeah.
In terms of times though, I don't know if those.
That's all right.
Times.
Madison, that day,
I'm in Illinois. Anybody else available on the 18th?
I get visitors,
Yeah,
customer visitor, otherwise it's a 3 o'clock one I can make work.
Ingrid's not on, but, oh, Ingrid, did you hear that? Ingrid, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know if you're interested on the 18th for the interviews for the,
I'm checking my schedule. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Do you have someone who can be there from our board?
no one can be there.
Okay, I can I can send an email later once I verify.
Okay, so then we'll send that on to Sheena and to,
Where would it be at, or would it be virtual?
On campus.
at the campus.
They're 1-hour interviews. There's 3 of them. We're actually trying to reschedule the one that's later for earlier. But anyway, I know, we're gonna work to get them all in that day.
So they start at what time again?
Currently they start, well, if everybody's able to do sort of the same time on a different day, they would be at 10:30. What did I say? 10:30, 11:45.
5 and 3 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know if I could make the whole day. I guess, well, will you send us an email when you find out for sure the times?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can wait
And
to figure that out then.
if somebody can't make it, you know, that's okay too. I think that you guys would be really happy with who we are bringing to finals.
Okay, good. So we move on? Yeah.
Yep, so the human development relationships position, last time we talked, the position was closing. We did the screening, we had a couple candidates we brought to a preliminary interview. Went through the preliminary interview. There were a couple of candidates that had decent interviews, but we really wanted something a little deeper for the pool. So we kept 2 candidates back as for consideration, and then we opened the position up again. We got another set of candidates, and then I think we interviewed another 4 preliminary interviews. So now we have final set up for Thursday, and Linda's serving as the committee member on that one for Thursday. So we're interviewing 3 candidates for bringing on campus. And Linda, I'll get you the.
What time is that? Because I'm having a little hard time getting help at home, so I need to know.
Yeah, we just got confirmation of the thing
Okay.
today, so I'll
Okay,
get that sent to you this afternoon.
okay, thank you.
But they should all be done before that day. So
Before what?
they should be all done by like 3:30, so.
Yeah. I have some
Morning.
12 to 3. I just didn't know about the morning.
Okay. So I will get that sent out to you, but yeah, so that's all moving forward, so that's really exciting. It's been kind of a hiccup getting something, but I'm glad we took the extra steps to.
Good.
A second, so. That's where we're at there, so busy week of final interviews for Richland County, this week. The regional agriculture positions, currently, I am starting to work on the regional livestock position, writing up the position description RTS, so we can get that posted here in the next few weeks. And Pat Wagner, who's the AED in Juneau County, is writing up the one for the Juneau stock, Richland, who's crop and soils regional educator. So we're both at that same point. We both decided that after the first of the year, be the time we get applicants, so that paperwork is being worked out now. So hopefully both those positions will be posted here in the next couple of weeks. Any questions on those?
No, hopefully by spring or sometime we'll be stacked, right?
I hope so. It'll be really nice.
Yeah. Do you have any cross right now, you know, do they have anybody that can go like for livestock and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the regional or the state outreach specialists we still have available. Like Sam, who's in Vernon County right now, he's answered a few questions for us. They have.
I figured as much, but
The other thing too is as we've gone to this regional model, we understand that there's not the same contact points that we used to have to. So now there's also a web portal for support staff to be able to put questions in from the public.
yes.
And then somebody from the state replied back to that person in 48 hours. So we've been doing some different things to try to, you know, maximize the resources that we have and still provide those routine questions. Answers.
That's something that just takes a quick answer to,
You know,
you know.
and so we tried to put a lot of the two just with back sheets so that somebody knows what's the land rate question. Here's a back sheet. Here's the place where all of those things.
Good.
So we are working towards some efficiency.
When you don't have help, you get more efficient.
that's all good. Anything else on your move?
No, I think we're
Have
rolling.
you got the things put away yet, or?
There's still quite a bit of stuff in the back old conference room. But for the most part, you know, the offices are kind of settled, the ones that people are in. We've now got the conference room open right next to us, so stuff still being put on shelves there, but we're pretty functional right now, so that's
I saw you updated your address on the bills.
yeah, we've been trying to get all that stuff squared away, and you know, we have a few hiccups here and there. Every once in a while we'll get I don't know why, but we still get some of the bills from over here when they switch it because it said Richland County and Rock. Those are always.
Do you have any special goals other than hiring people and?
No, I don't have any special goals. I know, like, you know, Sheena was talking about, you know, incorporating the bilingual, right? So each one of the educators actually has to put together their annual plan of work. Those are due every year in July now, fit with the university's years. So they have targeted programs that they want to work on. Like you said, the coalition is one of those things that's kind of a highlight. That's kind of why I had to talk about what they kind of do. You know, 4-H, we definitely have goals around increased enrollment and really particularly keeping the older youth at 4-H as they transition into the high school and have some different opportunities. Volunteer management, and actually one of the things we're trying to work on is possibly expanding the food toast program. Again, that Latinx and family preparedness for school. So there's actually we're looking at trying to find a way to partner with the school district. We've been working with the school district looking for a way to partner and actually find some funding, external funding to support paying either somebody from the school or somebody from extension some extra money to work with that program. Be a little more confident with the language than Carlene. So those are some of the big goals, I guess. And again, getting everybody up and running, and it's just, I'm really excited for this app. Because we do get a lot of questions yet. I think there's a piece there. And so those are really kind of the goals for 2024.
Okay, did everybody get a chance to look at the invoices? Do you want to go over those if there's anything in particular? It was $1,367.32, $1,567.32, right?
Yep.
That was fairly normal.
Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about Lisa copier, duplications, telephone, postage envelopes, office supplies, agent mileage. We upgraded some monitors. We had the really tiny little monitors in the office before. And then the other one, $500 office accounts. That was for our support of the 4-H enrollment program. All standard and all button.
Okay, do I have a motion to pay the invoices? Mark Cleve moves and Bob Frank seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Is there any public, I don't know if we have anybody from the public, or anybody ourselves, public comments, anyone here? Okay, so I think we are lined up for February 12th meeting because we'll have new people on the staff that we need to greet and make sure they're feeling comfortable with this. Any items any of you have for the agenda that I should add to it? Okay, I don't have any correspondence. So do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Mark moves to adjourn. Do I have a second? Chad Cosgrove seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye. Okay, thank you everyone for being here.